Agora, deixa eu soltar aqui. Hello, Harmonica friends, how are you? Welcome all of you to our fifth and last live of our Choro Harmonica week. Good morning, Pedro. Good morning, Luciano. Welcome to our live. I'm very happy to be here, and today we will discuss the choro as a musical path. It's a very important live. It's a very important topic today. But first of all, as usual, I want to check out our connections to see if everything is just going fine. So you tell me here, okay, here on Instagram, okay, and here on YouTube, is everything all right? You tell me, okay, you can leave your message, your comments here on our YouTube channel, and also here. Good morning, Luciano. Good morning. And well, we are broadcasting simultaneously from Sopro de Arte channel at YouTube and Sopro de Arte Brasil on Instagram, okay? And so if you have any problem with one of the channels, you can change to the other, all right? But everything seems to be just going fine here. So let's move on. Well, the first song I played just right now, it is called Vou Vivendo. Is one of my favorites Pixinguinhas team. And today I will play only Pixinguinha. Why that? Because today is Pixinguinha's day. Today is his birth, his birthday. Today is Pixinguinha's birthday, so that's why every April 23 we celebrate the Choro Day, not only in Brazil, but also in all the world. So pay attention that today the programmation of Choro is burning, okay? We have lots of concerts, lots of conferences, lots of videos, lives, broadcastings, podcasts, lots of things, lots of materials, pretty good materials, only about Choro, because today is the Choro Day. Okay? So this first track is Vou Vivendo, a typical Choro. This is a very typical Choro. In always with the accompaniment of Fernando Cesar. Okay, so if you are studying choro, if you want to play to practice a little bit, goes to Fernando Cesar Sete Cordas YouTube page and pick up some choros and play along with him. It's wonderful. He plays just lovely, and it's really amusing, isn't it? So today um, we will discuss the choro as a musical path. And this is really important because today is Pixinguinha's Day. Pixinguinhas, Pixinguinha is the most important name in choro history. There's one phrase that I love to say, one phrase that was said by a journalist from Rio de Janeiro called Ari Vasconcelos. Once he said, if you have if you have 15 books to write about the popular Brazilian music, well, that maybe not be enough. But if you have the space for only one word, write quickly, Pixinguinha. I love that phrase because is the concept of this phrase is Pixinguinha is a resume of all the Brazilian popular music. He is the embodiment of the Brazilian popular music. You see, he was born in the middle of the Brazilian popular music and he made great compliments to it, you know? So that's why he's so important for all of us. And so that's why, to me, he is a symbol to the choro, to about this theme, which is the choro as a musical path. And why choro is a musical path anyway? Well, because all of the things that we have discussed here on our lives along this week, because the history of the choro is a very, very long, very dense history, because the foundation of the choro, the feeling of the choro, the history of the choro itself is really strong, because the roots of the choro are really goes deeper in the land of Brazilian popular music. That's why the choro is the first urban genre to be born in Brazil, and that's the reason why all the other genres, such as the frevo, such as the samba, such as the bossa nova, all them came later, based on choro. So choro is the mother, is the basis of everything. Okay, choro is the basis of all, probably almost all the Brazilian music. So it's really important. If you understand choro, you will understand easier all the other style, the other genre. Okay. Besides that, choro music is full a full style. I mean, it requires all your technique. It requires all your feelings. It requires all your hearing. It requires your ability to improvisation. It requires your attention to the form, your understanding of harmonic, of chord progression. You see? So if you master Shoto, you will be able, you will be able to have a good performance in any other style, even jazz, even jazz. It's amazing how, for example, only to give you some examples, okay? Hermeto Pascoal. Hermeto Pascoal. There are lots of histories telling about some meetings he had with the giants of North American jazz, such as Miles Davis. Okay, so so Hermeto Pascoal used to play the flute, then the keyboards, and he's a giant, of course. He's a genius. He's a god of music, and he plays a lot of choro. He knows everything about choro music. He himself is a wonderful composer of choros, and when he went to tour United States in the presence of Miles Davis went crazy with him exactly because of his root in the Brazilian popular music, including the choro language. Of course, Hermeto took the choro and exploded everything, isn't it? I used to think that, I used to say that Hermeto is not a normal human being. He's a natural force. He's just like the wind, like the thunder, like the tides. That's Hermeto Pascoal. So, but he is also he had a great influence of Choro. And the same thing happens with all the legends we know. You know that? Let me think if I, how does it call? More or less like this. Do you know that team? It's called Arapong, I think. Oh my God, I forgot the name of this show. Well, anyway, do you know this? And more important, do you know the composer of this show? Right here on the comments, if there is anyone who want to give a shot, you won't believe. You won't believe the name of the composer of this show. It's amazing. And this choro, my friends, was composed by Luiz Gonzaga, o rei do Baião, the king of Baião. The same that composed oh, uh, Shot das Meninas. The king of Baião, he started his career playing choro. It's amazing. Other one who enjoyed a lot of choros was the same guy that composed this one. Who is him? Exactly, Tom Jobim. Tom Jobim was a great choro fan, and he tried to compose lots of choros, and he had some choros really interesting. One of my favorite of him is called Garoto. It's a tribute to celebrate Aníbal Augusto Sardinha, Garoto, the great acoustic guitar and mandolin and cavaquinho player. Tom Jobim, exactly, Pedro. So, the choro is spread in Brazilian popular music, the culture of Brazilian popular music. And for example, Villa Lobos composed a series of 10 choros. There is the choro number one, choro number two. They're beautiful, beautiful for acoustic guitar. And Radamés Inátali, Guerra Peixe, the great classical Brazilian composer, he had a series of choro as well. You see, so choro is part, is structure. The choro is the structure of the Brazilian popular music. And we have some other really interesting examples to illustrate that. No, so we have, for example, the history of the radio stations here in Brazil. The first, the first radio station in Brazil was built in 100 years ago, more precisely in 1922, almost 100 years ago. And in the beginning of its history, the radio wasn't like it is today, of course. It was only live broadcastings. It didn't exist yet, the technique, the, the technique, the mechanisms to record before a program and then broadcast. Everything must be done alive. Everything. And obviously, the radio stations um, easily understood the force, the power of broadcasting live music, of course. So, and there were there were two kind of business that were working together. The industry of long plays, okay, of long plays, and the industry of radio. So, a company released a great singer, Francisco Alves, Vicente Celestino, and only then, and then those singers went to the radio stations to sing the Sussex, the songs they have just launched, released in the LP format, okay, in the long play format. So it was two parallels phenomena: the long plays industry and the radio. But how could a radio station would deal with the musicians to make the accompaniment of all that singers? You see, there were some singers that recorded with an orchestra, another one with a jazz band, another one with a regional, another one with only strings. You see, the 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 colorful, the colors, the timbres of the long plays were too varied. They used everything that was available to record. But in the radio station, that wasn't impossible. It was impossible to do the same thing. You see? So, what were the solution for the radio stations? And I'm not talking about some years, I'm talking about decades. The answer for those problems was to hire shuttle groups. So all the big radios in Brazil had their own regionais on say. We say here in Portuguese, in Brazil. Regional do Canhoto, regional da Rádio Mairique Veiga, regional da Rádio Cruzeiro do Sul. And those groups, those shuttle groups, were the responsible to make the accompaniment for all, all of them. And there were also some contests to know professional singers. We call them calouros. I don't know the word in English, but there was there were it was a competition between no professional musicians, you know. So they just went to the theaters of those radio stations, no, and the contests were all live, all of them live. So the guy just went to the stage, you know, and said, I don't know, I will sing Lábios que beijei, A minor, and he get a look to the group, show the group, and the show group must play that Lábios que beijei, Lá menor, like this. Then comes another one. Ah, I will sing Lábios que beijei, mas o meu é em Dó menor. But I will sing in C minor. You see how to deal with that? How to deal with that? Pedro is saying Calouros, it's equal to freshman. Freshman? I don't know. Huh? Maybe. Anyway, there were no professional musicians in a competition live in a radio station. So those shuttle groups were the perfect solution for those situations. And for several years, for decades, all the radio stations in Brazil had one or two or even three shuttle groups in their crew, in their team. It's amazing, isn't it? And because they were really polyvalent. And sometimes it happens, there are some memories of shuttle players who said that sometimes they were in the radio station and something happened, some problem happened. Oh my God, the next announcer is late. You see, um, the next show is not ready yet. We will have a delay of 15 minutes, but it's a live broadcasting. What can you do? Well, call the show group, call the show group, and then the show came into the scene, to the stage, and started to play, improvising something. You see, so those things happen a lot, and they were the living proof of the versatility and the amazing improvisation ability of good morning, exact. The huge ability to improvise of the shuttle groups, of the shuttle players. And that's why I insist the shuttle is a musical path. It's the musical path to being a professional musician here in Brazil. The same thing that we have, for example, in United States, we have the jazz there, isn't it? The jazz, they had built a whole structure to allow a complete studying concept connected with jazz music in the United States. In German, we have something really similar. In Austria, German, in Europe, at the whole, we have the same thing with the classical music. The classical music, there they got a huge structure, and you can be a piano player specialized in playing Chopin or playing Liszt, or you see, you have different uh, paths, but all they connected with classical music, which are maybe the main music of them. And here in Brazil, what we got, I believe, that's my opinion, I believe that the choro music is the natural musical path for a Brazilian student who wants to be a performer, who wants to be a professional musician. Doesn't matter the instrument, could be the harmonica, could be the mandolin, could be the acoustic guitar, could be the piano, could be whatever you want, whatever instrument you want. You see? Well, as now that we are now that we are on that today is Pixinguinha's Day, I will play only Pixinguinha, okay? So I prepared here his most amazing classic, and I love to play that. It's amazing the force of this music, of the song. So I want to share it with you, and I hope you enjoy it. Let's go. One more song here. Oops, wait a moment. No, that's not good. Let's go. What can we say about that composition? What can we say about that? That's so beautiful, isn't it? I just Pichinguinha was a genius. What else can we say about him? Was totally a genius. Good morning, Leonardo. Good morning. Thank you for your attention, for your audience, my friends. And that song also had a very beautiful history. Actually, it's not the history of the composition itself, but how it was um, the path that this composition took to become a Brazilian standard. You know, this composition Pixinguinha made in his youth, but himself he didn't like it. He believed that the modulation was a little bit weird. It's a choro with only two parts, so he wasn't satisfied yet with that composition. It's amazing. It's that. So he recorded in an instrumental version, but this version never called much attention. It was not a success, and he left aside. He left aside. Then, then uh, we our then his friend João de Barro, as known as Braguinha, once was in his home and asked him a music to make the end, the grand finale of a theatrical piece he was writing. He was writer also, Braguinha. Beyond a wonderful composer, he was also a writer, for the theater. So he was writing something like an spectacle, an opera, right? You see, a small opera, isn't it? So it was missing the last number, the 1 2 ended up. And then he remembered Carinhoso and he said, Pixinguinha, can I use that? Can I put a lyric on it? And Pixinguinha said, yes, why not? And he put it. And it was a huge success, a huge success. Was 1 or 2 years later, Orlando Silva recorded, and this was a huge success, you know. And it is so famous that song that even today, when we play that song, it doesn't matter the part of Brazil where we are, everybody sing along with her, with us. Everybody remember the music, everybody remember the lyrics, everybody get touched with that music. Sometimes people cry, listen to that music, singing that music. It's so beautiful. How powerful the music can be, isn't it? And that power comes from that authenticity, from that dignity of such characters, of the characters such as Pixinguinha. São Pixinguinha. Let me see. Let me check out what is written here. I can understand what is written here. Well, I think that's not nothing so important. I believe. I hope. All right. But let's move on. So, um, and to end our live, our conversation today here, I would like, my friends, one really important thing, an announcement that I have to make. I got a lot of how can I say that, wishes. People wrote messages to me asking me to play some choros, and I received lots of messages. Aliás, by the way, if there is any choro that you who are watching me now, uh, if you want me to play some choro, if I know it, right here on the comments, and then I will play it for you. Okay? But anyway, I received lots of messages. Victor, please play Pedacinhos do Céu. Please play Vou Vivendo. What else? Brejeiro, Apanhei de Cavaquinho, 1-0. Lots of choros. So we decided, myself with Sopro de Arte equipe team, we decided to make one more live broadcasting tomorrow, okay? Only to play choros. We won't discuss anything. I will tell one other story related to those choros, okay? But I will make a live only to play. I will play some choros for you, okay? So that uh, you can relax, you can take profit of the beauty of the melodies. Okay, so if you have any wishes, if there is any song, any choro, of course, that you want to listen with the harmonica, please put right here on the comments, and then tomorrow I will play. Okay. And to finalize our this live broadcasting, I would like to say that even today, even today, choro remains really important. And if if we take the three most prominent Brazilian instrumentists, Pagão, okay, Pedro, I will check it out if there is a playback of Pagão, okay? I love that song too. Um, and if we take the three more preeminent Brazilian instrumentists in the world scene nowadays, living, playing right now, doing lives just like me, you know, we will understand how close they are to choro music. I'm talking of Hamilton de Holanda, Jamandu Costa, and André Memari, which are, in my opinion, the most prominent, the most relevant Brazilian instrumentalists in the world right now, in this moment. Hamilton de Holanda is pretty obvious. He plays the mandolin. He was really influenced by Armandinho. That's evident, and he knows just everything about choro. He started playing choro, and he's he's someone who, if there is a roda de choro, he will play all the tracks, all the songs, because he knows everything about choro. He have recorded dozens of choros already in his career. He's also a great choro composer, so it's easy for him. But the other two, let's think about André Memari. André Memari, one of the most gorgeous moments I ever had with music was listening to him improvising on Odeon by Ernesto Nazaré. Do you remember Odeon? Odeon is a great classic in choro music, composed by Ernesto Nazaré, and The interpretation of André Memari on this track is just amazing. You see, it's wonderful what he did there. So, Dememai also had a great influence by Choro. He also recorded a very special CD along with Fábio Perón, Jean Correa, and Rafa Toledo, playing only Esmeraldino Salles. If you don't know that, wow, you must hear because it's beautiful. It's beautiful. You see, only playing uh, things like this. It's super cool CD that. And we got Jamando Costa. Jamando Costa is a great choro player. You see, I already played in a hot show with him, and he also knows all the. He have a wonderful ear, even if he doesn't know the theme, the melody of a choro. Instantaneously, he understands the harmony and make that wonderful accompaniment. He's a genius as well, isn't it? And we can't forget that his career, the the greatest success of his career is a version of Brejeiro. You remember that, isn't it? Brejeiro is so all them have a strong connection with Choro. So all that, my friends, is a resume for us to understand the power and the potency of Choro as a musical path. So that's why I really believe that we as professional musicians and professional teacher of music, we should think about um, transforming Choro as a regular path for musical education here in Brazil because it is really powerful, it's really effective, you see, and it will give for the student, for the musician, all the tools he needs to perform well, whatever the style he wants to perform. Okay? Pagão. Only a little bit, only a little piece of it to satisfy my friend Pedro, who is watching us right now. And I will try to look for it, okay? A playback. I will try to look for a playback here. I never saw it. I never played with Fernando Cesar. I'm not sure if he had one, but if he had, I will play that tomorrow for you. Okay, my friend? Okay, guys, that's it. That's what I had planned to say today. If you have any doubt, any comment, you may say just right now, any answers. Otherwise, we see each other tomorrow, okay? Because I'm just loving to do those lives. I'm very happy here. I'm very glad to have you watching me. Thank you so much for your audience. And tomorrow, 8 o'clock a.m. Brasilia time, I will be here only to play some shorter themes for you. Okay? So, my friends on YouTube, thank you so much for watching me. My friends on Instagram, thank you so much for watching me. If you want to know, to go further on the study of how to play choro with your harmonica, please join our Telegram group. Okay? To do so, you got to click on the link to our group, which is in the description of this video if you are listening, watching this on YouTube, and in the bio of Instagram here. Okay, so you click there and you will join immediately our Telegram group studying choros. Okay, what else? And after this live, after today, I like to provide an extra material with a little resume about was everything that was told today here, and I will put that provide this material only in the group because it's not possible to do otherwise. Okay, to do differently. So I will give that material on our group. Okay, so if you want to have it, just go there and take profit of it. Okay, my friends, so thank you so much. I'm saying goodbye now, and until tomorrow. Tomorrow I will play some shuttle teams for you. Bye. Beijos. Tchau.